Just take us through your reaction, your first thoughts when Gary said this would be his last year.
Whoa, that was, I didn't know what we were going to talk about when he pulled the leadership counts, us captains into his office. I thought it was just going to be something about team play and, what we're going to do in the coming games, scrimmages, etc. It was shocking. I think one of you asked about, how did the team take it, and I think we shared that reaction. Just kind of like, why now? Like, what, where's this coming from? But again, I mean, Coach Blair touched on it just in that we understand. Like, the numbers speak for themselves. Like, he's done tremendous things in the game of basketball, but just speaking on the impact that he's had on a countless number of people, you couldn't hope for anything more. So he should do it on his terms, right? Shouldn't be forced out. Shouldn't be, not that that would happen, but we support him, and we're happy for him that he's making this decision.
Jordan, we're going to go back behind the lights, TV Row, to Mike Lucas from KAGS.
Hey, Jordan, how you doing?
Hey.
I know you haven't even started the season yet, but knowing this is going to be Coach Blair's last, does it add any extra pressure to what you guys want to accomplish?
I think pressure comes with a lot of negative connotations, whereas we want to play for him just as much as we want to play for each other, for Texas A&M University, for former players, for the people who are a part of this organization. Definitely not any pressure. I think it's a good thing. It's fuel. It's let's do this for Coach Blair. Like, let's make this the best season yet. I mean, that's always the goal, right? Be better than you were the year before. So yeah, no pressure. Just a lot of excitement and one day at a time, savoring these moments.
Let's go to Brittany here on your front right.
What will you miss most about Coach Blair?
What will I miss most? Probably, Coach Blair is a funny guy. And some of the things he says are kind of just like, did he just say that, or what did he just say? Those moments, I call them Blairisms, or that's like the term that we've kind of dubbed for those. I'll probably miss just his humor and, just his spirit, I guess. Yeah.
We'll go back to TV Row to Mike Lucas.
That's to be determined. Jordan, actually, I have a basketball question. I know a lot is focused on Coach today, but as the point guard, when you have a couple new pieces you have to work into the rotation, how is the chemistry coming between you and some of the new girls?
It's really good. I think, it's new. It's every team, every year, whether or not you're returning every person and adding that one new piece, there's always that figure it out process. And I think we've embraced that. We do have a lot of new people, veterans and newbies included. But I think just developing that chemistry speaks to the character of the people who play here, and how easy it is to truly invest in each other and care for each other. So chemistry would just take care of itself.
All right, we have a question over on your left. Zach Taylor.
Jordan, as you can tell, Coach Blair, obviously a big ambassador for Texas A&M in a lot of different ways, and as he said, this is a destination school. You being from out of state in the New York area, what was it that really brought you here? I know that he had a lot to do with that, but overall, just what brought you to Texas A&M?
I'm from New York City, and I spent my freshman year in South Bend, Indiana at the University of Notre Dame. And now I'm in College Station, Texas in Aggieland. It's a journey, right? I don't know how I ended up here, but I do know that I've fallen in love with Aggieland. Stepping on this campus, walking into Reed Arena, and feeling accepted and loved. It's a feeling that you get. It's still hard for me to describe 2.5 years later. I'm so happy I made the decision to be here. And yes, Gary Blair did play a huge part in that. But I don't know. It's just something about it. Something about being here.
All right. Got a question for you from Robert Cessna on your far left.
Since this is a season preview press conference also, I wondered with all the new players, the new assistant coaches, what's going to be different about this team than last year's team?
It's hard to say at this point, just from a perspective of you never really know how things are going to shake out. Like even prior to last year's season, we had these thoughts, oh yeah, it'll be this way, or we'll have this, and things happen. There's always a little bit of uncertainty there, but I do think I know what will be the case. I know that we'll still have that never say die attitude. I know that we'll still play for each other. I know that we'll do things the right way, and we'll add to the lineage of what it means to be a women's basketball player in Aggieland. But as far as the X's and O's and style of play is concerned, it's gonna be a little different. I honestly can't even tell you.
Go back to behind the lights, TV row, to John Wilson from KBTX.
Jordan, we see Coach from the sidelines. You guys see him in a totally different way. What is it like to play for Gary Blair?
That's a good question. As a point guard for Gary Blair, this has been nothing short of difficult. Just from a perspective of he has high expectations. He has high expectations for all his players, but running his ball club, it's a tall order. It's been difficult, but equally, if not more so, more rewarding. I've learned a lot. I've grown as a person, as a woman, and everyone's experience is different, right? The person next to me could have a completely different experience with Coach Blair, but I will say that he's pushed me to develop in ways that I didn't foresee.
All right, I think that's all the questions we have. I hear you have class, so
I do
You're all
have
done.
class. Thank you.